could look at with First Mortgage, where you and stay there without having a mortgage payment, which would not increase your monthly expenses, but you do need to be 62 years old and typically at a minimum, and you're 59, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that would probably not be an option. It may be because I think I'm seeing in my notes here your husband is 63, so that could be something to look at. But essentially, you could get a home equity conversion mortgage where they give you a line of credit against the equity in your home, up to 50% that you could use as you needed for repairs, things to keep the home up and running, and then you would not have a monthly payment on that. And the amount that you pull out would grow with interest and fees, and then at your passing, you and your husband, once you both have passed away, then the home would be sold, and then whatever mortgage balance is there would be paid, and then the rest would be available for heirs or giving to ministry, whatever it is in your estate. So that would be one option. The second option certainly is, you essentially sell that. If you get 265,000. Let's say after expenses, you have 250,000. You could put that to work, and if we gave that to an advisor who invested it conservatively, I think you could easily, pull enough to cover. I mean, if not 10,000 a year, I think you could probably feel good about pulling 1,000 a month out of that, which would essentially cover your rent payment. And as long as you had enough other income to cover all the other bills, food and gas in the car and utilities and, those types of things, then that would be an option there. Did you have something you needed to pay off when you sell the home, or would 100% of the proceeds be available to, generate income?
As of right now, we don't have anything we'd have to pay off, but we need new cars. My husband's got 200 and some thousand on his car, and I've got 140 some on mine.
Yeah.
And so those are the things. Yeah.
Okay. So with the income you have coming in right now, are you all able to make ends meet, or are you going underwater every month? Where are you at with that?
Right now we're going underwater because of this, these expenses nonstop for this leak. It just keeps adding up. We just had some concrete laid that we're trying to get the water to run away from the house, and they made a mistake on that. So now we have another problem, and there's other things. So it was only supposed to be 4,200, but it's adding up to 5,200, 6,200, and I'm not able to work right now at all. He's only working half time because he's off for illness. So we're dipping into savings right now for all this stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But
well,
normally we wouldn't.
Yeah, got it. Okay, well, I mean, it sounds like you've got three options. Option one would be if we feel like this is the place where you guys could stay, for the rest of your life, as far as you know, you could look at whether you could qualify for the reverse mortgage based on your husband's age. That would give you access to the funds to keep the house, in good shape and live the rest of your life out there. The second option would be you sell it and we take the proceeds and you invest it with an advisor, and we use that money to cover the rent, and then you guys no longer have these, ongoing expenses you have to pour into the house, and so now you construct your budget around the income you have now, and hopefully that improves if your husband's health is, restored, and he can go back even more to full-time work for the time being. But we need a good long-term plan beyond you all being able to work for income to make sure you've got, the ability to cover your bills moving forward. And then the third option would be you sell this and you take the proceeds and you buy something else, maybe a little smaller, but in better shape, so you're not going to have to continue to put money into it. But I think the 55 and older place, with the rental, may be a great option. It reduces your burden just in terms of upkeep and maintenance. Even if the house is in good shape, there's still, as a homeowner, as you know, plenty of things that have to be done just on a regular basis. And if this could get you out of some of that and help you balance the budget, that sounds like a great option to me. And it reduces just the stress of the upkeep that you have in your life. So I think that could be a good option. I'd probably connect with a certified Kingdom advisor there in Michigan who can look over your situation, who could run when you sell the house to manage the money for you, allowing you to pull out 4 to 5% a year and hopefully maintain the principal balance of that $250,000 while you're pulling out enough to cover the rent. And then, you just make sure you really dial in to the rest of the budget, keeping your lifestyle as lean as possible so that you guys, don't continue to pull out of savings. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I just wonder about a certified Kingdom advisor, how I would find one, and could I talk to one now, even though we're not selling right this second?
You sure could. Yeah. So do you have access to the internet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just go to our website, which is faithfi.com, faithfi.com. And then you would click right at the top of the page, find a professional. And you'd put in your zip code, and you could find a list of CKs in your area, reach out to them, tell them what you're thinking, and set up a meeting.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, absolutely, Carol. Thanks for your call today. Quickly to Mississippi. Jeff, you'll be our final caller today. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. It's asking concerned about regulations with Social Security. I'm 65. My wife is a few months older than me. And I was wanting to wait till I was 67, have a job, driving a truck. It pays percentage only, so some weeks are different than others. I also have retirement from the military and the VA, and I was wondering what the regulation is on the spousal benefit if she's only 66 years old.
Yeah, it's a good question. So essentially for a spouse to receive 50%, which is the max they can earn if they're not on their own work record, but getting a spousal benefit, to get the full 50% of your benefit, she would have to wait until she's at least full retirement age. So that's going to be typically between 66 and 67. And then you already have claiming your benefit because you have to walk through the door first. But as long as you're claiming it and she waits until she's full retirement age, then she would be able to get up to that full 50%, of her benefit. So are you already collecting Social Security?
No, sir. I was wanting to wait till full retirement, which would be 67 for me.
Yeah.
But, of course, you think about all the money I'm not getting at age 65.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, the way I read it, I understood it the way you explained it. She has to be full retirement age to get the 50% of whatever I'm drawing. Is that correct?
That is correct. And secondly, you have to be collecting. So you've got to walk through the door first,
yes,
and then she needs to be full retirement age. And if you wait until you're full retirement age to get your full benefit, then, that's going to delay her collecting hers as a spousal benefit.
Right. The other question real quickly is am I going to be penalized because I have a military retirement?
Yeah, and so...
Social Security?
Well, so are you already collecting your military retirement?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And when would that be?
I've been collecting since 2020. My military retirement.
Yeah, so they're completely separate, so they don't reduce each other. Your military retirement is based on years of service. Social Security is based on your earnings record and payroll taxes, and one does not affect the other.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
All right. Hey, thank you for your service, my friend. God bless you. Well, that's going to do it for us today here on Faith and Finance on American Family Radio. So thankful to have you along with us. I hope today's show has been an encouragement. Hey, check out our website at faithfi.com and consider becoming a partner when you click give. Thanks to my team today, Sandy, Devin, Taylor, and Jim. Everybody here at FaithFi. We'll see you tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
90.5 KTXG Greenville, Dallas.
Pulled out all the stops to try to destroy the family for a very long time. That's why the American Family Association stands boldly in the gap to protect and strengthen this God-breathed institution. Visit AFA.net today and discover the resources available for you and your family. And if you would, please take a minute to show your support. That's AFA.net.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
Key. The Senate is expected to hold a hearing today about the Biden administration's handling of the border, as a Customs and Border Protection officer was shot in New York City by 2 illegal aliens. Doug Luzader reports from Washington.
At this Senate hearing this afternoon, we're going to see lawmakers dive into this issue of criminal aliens in America, exactly the kind of scenario that allegedly played out in New York over the weekend. An off-duty Border Patrol agent was shot after exchanging gunfire during what appeared to be an attempted robbery by 2 suspects in the country illegally. Now, one of them was also shot. Both of these men have now been caught. Their rap sheets are extensive. Both are believed to have entered the U.S. during the Biden administration, and they have been connected with a number of assaults, larcenies, robberies, one accused of domestic violence.
Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem accused New York's sanctuary policies for the shooting, and border czar Tom Homan says he'll send more agents into the city.
We're going to flood the neighborhoods with officers. We're going to flood worksite enforcement. If they don't give us access to the bad guy in Rikers Island or at the precincts, then we'll go to the neighborhood and find him.
New Jersey federal judges met on Monday to decide whether or not acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, Alina Habba, will continue to serve her role. Otherwise, her 120-day appointment will expire. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries made a post on X urging judges to reject her. Habba says her other route to approval, the U.S. Senate, could be compromised by Democrats.
I can't get in front of the full Senate if Hakeem Jeffries is making comments like that and directing my senators, Cory Booker and Andy Kim, to not allow me to get in front of Senate.
A top House Republican officially resigns from Congress.
House Homeland Security Committee Chairman Mark Green's retirement brings the GOP House majority to 219 Republicans and 212 Democrats. The Tennessee congressman's transition to the private sector has been in the works for some time.